Our superb man today is a dad of one and with one on the way. He is a self-confessed introvert, but he's not letting that define him. He is so passionate about family. He and his wife have started I Like Family, a podcast which shares tips and tricks for family and life improvement. Welcome to Rey Brown.
Hey everyone, how are you? Sarah, thank you for having me on your podcast. It's such an honor to be here with you. Hopefully, I can give your audience some great actionable advice.
Oh, I'm certain that you will, Rey. You're just fantastic. So, Rey, what is your greatest joy as a parent?
Okay, there's many joys of being a parent, but I would say the greatest joy that I have is when I pick my daughter up from daycare. When I walk into her classroom, if she's sitting in kind of like the little foyer area, or when she's in her classroom, as soon as she sees me, it's like the world stops. She drops everything that she's doing, and she just yells out, "Daddy!" and runs up to me and gives me the biggest hug. And I'm sure your daughter does the same thing. I don't know, it makes me feel great, and it kind of puts everything in perspective. And her hug is so amazing. Like, just even if she's scared or if she just want to give me a hug, like her hug has power in it. And so that's my greatest joy, is just getting a hug from my daughter and then just seeing the excitement when she see me for the first time after not seeing me for a while.
Oh, that's so cool. My youngest, Sophie, I picked her up from creche yesterday, and every time I go to pick her up, she always says, "You're back." Like, it's like I wasn't ever going to pick her up, you know. It's like, "You're back." You remembered me. That's awesome. So, Rey, we have lots of wonderful memories with our own children, but do you have a fond memory of your childhood that you'd like to share with us today?
Okay, so I have a memory, and of course, there's maybe a memory that's better than this one, but this one here it's kind of funny, so I want to tell you this story. All right. The other night, right now I have a cold. So if I sound horrible, it's because our whole house is sick. My wife is sick, my daughter is sick, and I'm sick also. So normally at nighttime before bed, we will read her a bedtime story. But all of us have sore throats, and so my wife and I didn't feel like reading. So we told my daughter that we could watch the movie Brave, because we just bought her the movie Brave, and she wanted to watch that movie instead of reading. So we're all three of us are laying in bed watching the movie Brave. I'm really into it because I didn't think it would be such a great movie. My wife is into it. Reagan is into it. Have you seen the movie Brave?
No, I haven't actually. Yes.
Okay. All right. It's a great movie. The main character, her name is Merida, and she have warrior tendencies, but her mother wants her to be more of a princess. And so she goes to this witch. I don't want to tell the whole movie for those who haven't seen this. So I'll just give you a brief. So anyway, she goes to the witch to get a spell to change her mom's, I guess, actions towards her mom, trying to make her into a princess and not a warrior. So her mom turns into a bear. And at the end of the movie, her mom is fighting this other bear, and she have to defeat this bear for her to turn back into her mother, because she had 2 days from the start of the potion before her being a bear becomes permanent. And so at the end of the movie, we're all into it. The movie builds up, and so the mother is getting defeated. And long story short, the mother ended up defeating the bear, and there's this quilt that Merida, the daughter, had to kind of patch together, because with a sword early in the movie she cut it, and that broke the bond between her mother and her. So she covered her mom with the quilt, and she was hugging her mom. She was crying. She was saying, "Mom, I want you back. Please don't turn into a bear." And my daughter, she was really into it. Out of nowhere, well, the way the movie built up, it made it seem like her mother would stay a bear and not turn back into her mother. So my daughter just burst into tears. Like, we're all into the movie. She just burst into tears and started crying. Well, then my wife looked at her and said, "Baby, why are you crying?" And she just pointed at the TV, because my daughter was into it. And at 3 years old, she was able to understand that the girl's mom would never come back and be the same mom that she had before. Well, then my wife started crying because Reagan was crying. And then looking at them, like, I started to tear up. I'm not going to lie. I started to tear up. I didn't actually, cry, but I started to tear up. And it took me back to a childhood memory to where it was me, my younger brother, and my mom. We was watching a movie, laying in her bed, titled Mac and Me. It's about an alien. It's kind of like an ET movie. And Mac, I was maybe 8 and my brother was 4. Mac was in this shopping cart and he was going down this cliff, I think in California. And the movie made it seem like he was gonna go down this cliff and get hit by a car or like go into a river or something. And my brother, I was 8, he was 4, he just started crying. And so me being his older brother, like I started laughing at him because he was crying and picking with him because he was crying for the movie and my mom was right there. It was like a warm moment. And it was kind of like deja vu the other night when I was laying with my family. And it's like I sat, my father was there, my mom and father got a divorce when I was in the 4th grade. So I don't remember if he was at work or maybe they went together at that point. But it kind of gave me a flashback moment the other night with my family as when I was a child, and it's like I could see it from Reagan's point of view, but now I see myself as a father, being a man of my household and having a family. So it was just a warm moment. And I don't want to be too long-winded on this question or on this answer,
That's fine.
but that's one of the things that I love about family is that I can do things with my family and I can be a person with my family that I can't be in the world. If I'm around my friends and I told them I started crying while watching a cartoon, Brave, they would look at me crazy. So I can't be the same person I am with my family. My family is my safe haven to where I don't have to be masculine, I don't have to be a man with them. I can just be the person I really am. I can be as soft as I want to be with my wife and daughter and just enjoy and have a family. So that's a warm memory that I have, us crying through movies. It's like I saw it through the lens of a child, then I got to see it through the lens of being a father and having my own family. And it was a great moment.
I love it. Creating warm memories together is fantastic.